What's good, what's good, what's good? What's good? Saturday night boxing. What's going on with this chair, man? Fuck. Shout out to JJ. Hello, hello. Am I on the run? I'm on the run, you could say. Something like that. Something like that. Sorry, am I not even allowed to show that? Yeah, you could say something like that. JJ, shout out to you, man. Not Istanbul, south, bit further south. I'm in Alanya, near Antalya. About 100 kilometers, 110 kilometers up the coast from Antalya. Sorry. Just cutting a cigar. Ah, shit. Sorry about that, lads. Okay. JJ, what's going on? It's been a bit going on in boxing at the moment. Can you hear me clearly? JJ, can you hear me clearly? Because I've got a bit of background noise. I'm on the balcony, so I just want to make sure that the background noise is not interfering, if you get me. Let's see if I can pattern this thing up a bit better. Sure. Yeah, it's hot out here today. It's like 30 degrees. 6 people listening. Smash the like button for us, please. Smash the like button. We've got a lot to talk about. Boxing. Gervonta Tank Davis. If anyone really wants to talk about that. Terence Crawford. I've got a theory. Terence Crawford, Canelo. I'm going to talk to you. Turkish. Shout out to Turkey. Shout out to Antalya. Shout out to Alanya. Yes. Let me show you picturesque. You see, that's where I'm at right now. See? Okay. There's a castle up there, you know. A castle up there on the hill, but you can't see it. 12 people, smash the like button for us, please. Smash the like. I only got 2 likes. Smash the like button. Smash that like button for us, please. JJ, I'm betting on Tank to win. I reckon they are both frauds willing to throw it for money. Yeah. Do you know what? Will Tank be able to hit Jake Paul? Will he be able to hit him? In fact, the light just come on. Hang on a second. I think the lights just come on. Oh yeah, the lights have just come on. You can see there where my cigar is. The lights up there. Those two lights here, and everywhere you can see a light, that's a castle. That's a castle on top of a mountain. But anyway, look. Gervonta Davis versus Jake Paul is a joke fight. I'm sure none of us are going to pay much attention to it. It's an exhibition fight. I can't see Jake Paul losing, to say the truth. When I say I can't see him losing, because it's his show, innit? If he loses to Gervonta Davis, where's he going to go from here? Same thing, if Gervonta Davis loses to Jake Paul, where does he go? A Crusade, is that Crusade? A cruiser's castle. Cruisers? You say cruisers? You don't mean Crusader, do you? Crusader? Well, I'll give you a little history of the castle. It was built by the Romans. It was built by the I think the Byzantines. Anyone who knows anything about history, I think it was built by the Byzantines, who are Romans, the Eastern Roman Empire. It was then taken over by the Ottomans, right? The Ottomans took over the castle and they built a mosque on there. Sultan, I think it was Sultan Aladdin, or maybe Suleiman II. I'm not sure. I'll have to go and check. But after that, the Knights Templar took over the castle after the Ottomans. So there's quite a lot of history up there, man. I love history too. Hey JJ, I love history too, man. One of my favorite subjects. History is one of my favorite subjects. One of my favorites are history. I love history, man. You got to know the past before you can. If you know the past, you can predict the future. That's what they say, innit? Yeah, it's thousands of years of history, man. I've been up there twice. You know, you can go up there on a cable car. You can drive up there, but you can go up in I've been up there, driven up there, and I've been up there on a cable car. But I still haven't explored the whole castle, though. You understand what I mean? I went up there at night time, and I've been up there at night time. I've been up there at daytime as well. But trust me, it's picturesque, man. It's nice, man. I like that sort of thing. Also, there's a museum down at the bottom of the mountain as well, where you can go into the museum. You can see loads of stuff, Roman coins, a lot of history, a lot of writing on you know, the history of this whole place. On the other side of the mountain is the Mediterranean Sea. Literally, on the other side of that mountain is the Mediterranean Sea for miles. Like, I'm right next to the border of, I should say, Lebanon. I think Lebanon, Cyprus probably ain't too far as well. I'm on the southeast side of Turkey. You know what I mean? Yeah. 16 people. Smash the like button for us, please. Smash the like button. Yeah, wise words. Thank you very much, JJ. Thank you very much. I can't read Turkish, man. Merhaba. Merhaba. Welcome. Hello. Yes. Merhaba. Irem, thank you for showing up to the chat. Yeah. I'm going to talk, listen, forget about Jake Paul and Gervonta Davis. I want to talk about this whole thing of Terence Crawford, Canelo Alvarez. I've got a lot to say on Canelo Alvarez, to say the truth. That light's getting in the way, innit? Fuck. Let me pull the phone forward. It's that light, I think the light's getting in the background. So look, Terence Crawford right now, obviously the 168-pound champion, undisputed. He's just done his, I think, homecoming tour in Omaha, Nebraska, where he's gone and paraded his belts. And, you know, the city's come out and showed out for him. You know, he deserves it as well. Let's see if I can turn around a bit. He deserves it. Crawford deserves it anyway. He's put in the work. So a lot of people are thinking, what's he going to do from here? Where does he go from here? All right. A few people are saying, I personally think he should move down to 160. Okay. 160, you got the likes of Janabek, Adamas, who have belts, and also Arasani Lara. Janabek, Arasani Lara, Adamas, and I don't know who's got the other one. Lara, Janabek. I don't know who's got the other belt. I'm not sure. Maybe some of you can help me out. But what I would like to see is Crawford. I'm not sure he's got the other belt, but I'm hearing talks of Janabek and Adamas are going to look to try and get a fight. They're going to look to mix it up. Probably Turkey might do it on a card. We'll get Janabek versus Adamas, and possibly, I'm not saying this is something I'm thinking now, if that does happen, who knows, we might get Crawford versus Lara. Crawford versus Lara, I don't know if it'll be the same card, but, you know, winner fights a winner. I'm not sure who has that other belt though. This chair's killing me, 1 minute. Right, yeah, so at 160, Janabek versus Adamas, winner faces the winner of Crawford versus Lara. Something like that's a possibility. That's a possibility. Yes. Okay. So that's a possibility. Canelo. A lot of people think, where's Canelo go from here? I'll tell you where Canelo goes. A lot of people talking about Canelo moving up to cruiserweight. All right, got David Benavidez there. I don't know if Benavidez still wants that Canelo fight. Will it be worth it? I don't know. He's seen Crawford beat him. Will he want to take that fight? I don't know. People have been talking about him moving up to cruiserweight, possibly facing someone like Makabu. JJ, where would you take Crawford in the all-time great as a middleweight list? He hasn't fought at middleweight, JJ, has he? He's fought a super middleweight, but he hasn't actually fought at middleweight, has he? So, can I really rank him anywhere? It's hard. That's hard. You got to see him at 160 pounds. He's only ever fought at 154, obviously, and 168. I think the best thing for him to look, those 168 pounders are big. They're big. They're big dudes. Imagine if Benavidez shrinks himself down to 160. Turkey's already asked if he can get down to 160. Look at Hamza Shiraz. Hamza Shiraz is a big dude. He's 6'3", right? Big dude. A lot of those 160 pounders are big. Canelo's not even a natural 168 pounder. I mean, it's for Canelo to go up there and fight. You can see Crawford. You can see Crawford's not that much smaller than Canelo. Slightly taller than him, but Canelo's a bit thicker. But there's not much in it. But the rest of those 168 pounders, I mean, I think Canelo fares well against the bigger men. I don't know how Crawford's going to do against bigger guys. Do you know what I mean? Imagine he come from 130. Crawford come from 135. Canelo, I don't think Canelo's been fighting catch weights from the beginning, innit? I don't think he ever made 147, Canelo. So he's naturally probably a bigger guy. But I think Crawford can get that. I think if things go right for him, obviously Turkey is going to try and get the fights on. I think Crawford can capture. Obviously, he can catch it. He can easily capture a belt at 160 and become a six-weight champion. But to become 4 times undisputed, that's going to be a feat, and he's going to have to get those belts to line up. And when I mean line up, he's going to have to get Adamas to fight Janabek and take on the winner. Do you know what I mean? He can't go out there and fight and try and win all the belts, like going belt collecting. Too many fights. Got to get these belts, these fights to unify. As I said, I'm going back to Canelo. Sorry, I'm just jumping out of Canelo. Anthony Yard will be fighting David Benavidez. Yeah? And let me tell you something. JJ, listen to this, man. Bruce Gas, Boxing Jazz and More, shout out to you. Thanks for showing up to the chat. Timmy T, thank you for showing up to the chat. And also shout out to the Turkish massive that's up in there. Anyway, shout out to Turkey as well. Not Turkey al Sheikh, Turkey the country. Shout out to Turkey, Turkiya, okay? David Benavidez will be facing Anthony Yard. I'm not sure when that fight's going to happen or when it's scheduled for, but I know it's going to be pretty soon. Right? We know Canelo doesn't want to fight Benavidez. He's never wanted that fight. Personally, I think he should have took the fight. It would look better for him to lose to Benavidez than it does to Terence Crawford. I mean, I think it'd probably look better for him rather than losing to someone who's come up from 2 weeks. He may as well fight a bigger guy and lose. But I think Benavidez would have probably more than likely stopped Canelo, and that's the reason why he weren't feeling it. But let's just say this: Anthony Yard versus David Benavidez. I mean, I'm going for Benavidez. Most people are probably going to go for Benavidez. But I believe that's a fight Anthony Yard can win. Will he win it? I don't know. But it is a winnable fight. I think it's a winnable fight for him. I don't know. What do you guys think? I think Benavidez is a winnable fight. Okay, Timmy, thank you. 22nd of November. I'm sure you're probably saying that about Yard versus Benavidez. I think that's a winnable fight for Yard. I'm not saying Yard's going to win it, but look, Yard's going to be his third title shot now, yeah? He's come close. He's done well in the Kovalev fight. He done well in the Beterbiev fight. Beterbiev, whatever you want to call him. And, I mean, he's come close twice. He's seen Terence Crawford move up 2 weight classes to dethrone Canelo. Now, he's got to take some inspiration from that into his fight against Benavidez. He's got the skills. He's got skills. But personally, I know I'm probably going to break the fight down a bit more as it gets closer to it. But yes, he's got the skills, but I think he needs a bit more. A little bit more if he's going to deal with Benavidez, especially in the stamina department. Because I think after round 6, and the Yard kind of like style kind of, he gets out of shape a bit. He starts to lose a bit of power, starts to gas a bit, and he looks a bit untidy after round 6. So I think he's got to sort that out. Whatever it is that's going on with him, he's got to sort it out. But I think it's a winnable fight. Should Yard beat Benavidez, trust me, Canelo will fight Yard. Canelo will fight Yard. That's all I'm going to say to you. What do you guys think? I think Canelo's watching that fight closely. If Benavidez somehow loses to Yard, Canelo will be in there straight away wanting to fight Yard. I'm telling you. I'm telling you. And it's a big money fight, so I think obviously Yard will want to take it. The Canelo fight at 175. Canelo's been there twice already, lost to Bivol, knocked out Kovalev. And I think that's where Canelo could be going. He could be going north. He's been humiliated at 168. He's been totally humiliated. Where Crawford just washed him. He was a king in that division. And you know how he won the belts in those divisions. I mean, there was a bit of a controversy with the whole thing with Yildirim and all that, stuff like that. And a lot of people felt like he got favoured. A lot of things were going his way for him to be able to go there and go up to 168 and win those belts. They felt like he should have done it at 160. I think he's going north, man, 175. I think Canelo's going 175 at some point. I don't think he's gonna retire yet. Shout out to the 9 people up in there. Smash the like button for us, please. Let's get some traffic going on. Crawford's haters are upset though, man. Crawford's haters are upset. You should hear some of the diabolical stuff they're saying online. The Canelo fans are coping as well. So, I think Canelo's going north anyway, 175. He's going to pick the right fight. I think he's watching the Yard versus Benavidez fight. Should Yard win, I guarantee, remember I said it on this live stream, he will go for Yard. And do you know what will be good? We might even get Canelo coming to the UK, if that can happen. But I mean, listen, I've got Benavidez, but as I said to you, it's not a foregone conclusion, and Yard does have a chance. He's not a bum. Yard's not a bum. He's definitely got a chance of winning that fight. Oh, I'm gonna pour myself a whiskey. Back in a minute. Run out of Coca-Cola. Let's go downstairs and get some of this. Let's see who got up in the chat. Who else is up in this chat? JJ, whiskey and cigars in Turkey. Outlaw must love made a packet on Crawford. Do you know what, JJ? I'll be honest. I don't bet on boxing. You know. I don't bet on boxing. I don't bet on fights anymore. I stopped doing it because you know what? I think when I bet, I don't get it right. It's a weird thing. If I don't bet and I don't put a wager on it, I tend to get like 85% of my picks right. The minute I start putting money on fights, it goes out the window. I'm telling you. Coke in more whiskey. Blasphemy in Scotland. There's no Coke in this whiskey at the moment, JJ. Straight. Johnny Walker Black label. I know what you're saying though, man. Don't tell it's a Scotsman. You want to fight me. Putting Coke in my scotch. What do you guys think? Canelo, do you reckon he needs a new trainer? Been a bit of talk online about Eddie Reynoso. I made a video. To be honest, you know what it is? I think you joke. Does Canelo need a new trainer? Is Eddie Reynoso a bit stale for Canelo now? Does he need a new trainer? Because see, he struggles with certain fighters. Bivol, Mayweather, Crawford, Lara, that type of fighter. It's like Eddie's got no game plan for him. He looked lost out there, man. By round 8, he looked like he went to quit. Anyway, we've seen it before anyway. Bruce Gas, Boxing, Jazz and more. He's saying, looks like that cigar must weigh an ounce or more. Oh, Bruce, I need to ask you something. Yeah, it's a big cigar. It's a Zeno. I got it from the airport in Turkey. It's a double fermented. Those of you who know about cigars, you know what I'm talking about. A double fermented cigar from Nicaragua. It's from Nicaragua. It's a Nicaraguan cigar. I had a couple of Cohibas last year. They run out now, but these Nicaraguan ones are cool though. Called Zeno. They're alright, you know, not bad. Not bad. Got a bit of a fucking, the air conditioners give me a bit of a sore throat, man. You reckon you should drop down a weight, JJ? Drop down. What, drop to 160? That's where Crawford's going. I believe Crawford's going there. Anyway, so you reckon 160? I think he'll be quicker. The thing with Canelo is, I think if he moves up, he'll be quick for some of the big fighters, like the big 175 pounders. Do you know what I mean? Mr. Gumbo, Hot Grease, shout out to you. Thanks for showing up to the chat. Thank you very much. I appreciate that. Yeah, I think Canelo will be okay at 175. I think, like, I don't know, man. I don't know. Drop down to 160. What's he going to do there, though? I don't know. Tell me, what do you think he's going to do at 160? If he drops to 160, what should he do? Who should he take on? Who should he fight? I'm seeing this yard fight, man. I'm thinking this yard fight. I think Canelo's what I personally think. If I was Team Canelo, I'll be looking at Andy Yard versus Benavidez, and I'll be literally rubbing my hands and hoping that Yard can pull it off. If Yard pulls it off, Canelo will. I guarantee you, Yard will get a Canelo fight at 175. We could get that in England. In England, if it happens, trust me. I don't know where. if it's someone like Canelo, they probably want to do Tottenham Stadium. Maybe Wembley might be too big because Yard's not major famous in the UK. The O2 might be too small for Canelo, and obviously Yard taking on someone like Canelo. So I think Tottenham Stadium would be a good bet if it was to come to England. Canelo won't go up to 175 because of Benavidez. Yeah, Digsby's dinner. Thank you for showing up to the chat. Now, what I'm saying, Digsby, is if he's watching the Anthony Yard versus Benavidez, I think he's watching that fight. If Yard beats Benavidez, or if Benavidez looks bad in that fight, I think Canelo will take it. That's something else I just pulled out now. I was just saying at first, if Yard can win it, it's not impossible for Yard to win that fight. I think that fight's winnable for him. Not saying he's gonna win it, but I think it's a winnable fight. But if Benavidez looks bad or loses, I think Canelo might be interested. Personally, I don't know. Because other than that, where else does he go? Where else does Canelo go from here? 160. If he goes to 160, who would he fight? Digsby, Yard hasn't got a chance against Benavidez. Do you know what? Alright, look, listen. I'm not gonna lie. On my live stream, a few videos that I've made, I made a video a couple of months back. I think when the fight was announced, a few weeks after the fight was announced, I made a video on it and I said a similar thing. He ain't got a chance. He's gonna get drowned. But do you know what? After this Crawford win, I bet a lot of people were saying that about Crawford. I mean, I had Crawford beating Canelo. I've got videos to prove it. But a lot of people felt that Crawford couldn't beat Canelo. A lot of people felt that Crawford wouldn't even compete with Canelo. A lot of people felt that Crawford was going to get knocked out early, especially after Jamel Charlo's poor showing, and everyone thinking Jamel Charlo's some boxing god, like, because he unified the 154-pound division. They're thinking that Charlo's, Crawford at 147. They're thinking Charlo's got a better chance of beating Canelo than Terence Crawford ever did. But we found that that's not true. But Yard might take some inspiration from the Terence Crawford win, and he might take that inspiration. You don't know. Nobody knows until the fight happens. I know. I can see where you're laughing. JJ, I can't see Yard winning. Oh, JJ, we've been here before though, haven't we? Is it Daniel Dubois versus Anthony Joshua? I don't know who you picked when it comes for Canelo versus Crawford. I don't know who you went for, but yeah, Crawford's special. What are you trying to say? Crawford's special, but you never know. Yard's talented, man. Anthony Yard's talented. Anthony Yard is a talented fighter, so Crawford's special. I would say Yard is talented, but I don't want to say it. I'm going to leave it for my video because a few things I'd like to say about Yard, but I don't say it on the live. I leave it for a video, and then if it happens, I'll say it. I'll put it on the video. Make sure I put it on the video before the fight happens, and then after the fight, if it happens the way I say it, I'll retrack that, bring that video, and I'll show you. Look, I said it earlier. Digsby, Yard doesn't duck of no one though. Oh, it doesn't duck no one though. I'll give him that. If he stayed more active, he would have been better fighter. Yes, I agree with you, Digsby, on that. If he stayed more active, he would obviously improve. And I personally think he didn't deserve the title shot. He didn't deserve a title shot against Benavidez, but he is what it is. He's got the shot. I've seen people get title shots off of worse, so just don't think he deserved it, but he's got it now, so I hope he does something with it. But yeah, he needs to be more active, definitely more active. Finding peace, thank you for showing up to the chat. Yard will gas out. That's exactly what I said earlier on, exactly what I said on my prediction video, is exactly what I think as well. I think he tends to gas out from round 6. And if he can sort that problem out, you joker. If he can sort that problem out, then I think we've got a fight on our hands. JJ, what Francis Ngannou? Hey, that's the only one, you know. That's the only one. Francis Ngannou won, and I think I went for Dylan White against Atuma. They're the only two that I've got wrong in the last, I think, year and a half. In the last year and a half, maybe 2 years. Atuma versus Dylan White and Anthony Joshua versus Ngannou. They're two that I've got wrong. Hey, joke, man. Digsby, Yard is a good fighter, but 175 is cooking. Yeah, it is. It is. Yeah. It's cooking at the moment. So it's going to be an interesting division. Yeah, what's up, man? Watermelon Sprite. What's going on, man? Thanks for showing up to chat. De Gale. Anyone watching De Gale tonight? I'll have to get a link. I can't watch it, man. I have to get a link because I'm abroad. But I might be able to. I'll see if I can get a link. Yeah. Was you right about Daniel in the end? Like, what did you say? What did you say, JJ, about Daniel in the end? 762Z. Gotta eat some crumpets and scones. You waste, man. Your mum, brother. Go suck your mother. Hey, 76-2. Go suck your mother through a McDonald's straw, you pussy. How about that? Go suck your mother through a McDonald's straw. About waste, man. Come say that to my face, you pussy. Get her out of here. Come say it to my face, you pussy. Anyway, let's continue. JJ, De Gale, holy moly. Is he still fighting? Yeah, he's still fighting, you know. He's still fighting, De Gale. You know, he's made a comeback. He's made a comeback and he's doing bare knuckle. It's a bare knuckle fight. And do you know what? He was kind of washed. De Gale was washed, innit? He was washed from that Chris Eubank fight, man. Chris Eubank, he was washed from that fight, man. And for him to be doing bare knuckle, I ain't gonna lie, man. The guy's got to watch his health. He's got to watch his health, man. JJ, I thought AJ would beat Daniel. I thought AJ would beat Daniel because Daniel was mentally weak. I think AJ's a bit mentally weak as well, though, isn't it? Not dissing him. Not miss 76. You got something to diss him. I know obviously he's been deleted. Yeah, kick him out of here. But you know what? People like to act tough on the internet, innit? They like to act tough on the internet, talk shit on the internet. You never say it to my face, though. You never say it to my face. If he was talking boxing, I'd leave him in here, but he's just trying to wind me up, you know? I don't mind boxing trolls who come in and cap for their fighters, but you're just trying to wind me up. And I ain't got time for it, really. I'm having a nice holiday. I'm enjoying myself. You know what I mean? I got 2 more weeks on my holiday. I've been here for a week, a 3-week holiday. I'm nice. Cigar, fine whiskey, fine women. I'm fine, bro. I'm cool. As I said to you, go suck your mother through a McDonald's straw, you pussy. Anyway, JJ. You put Kitty on the naughty step, yeah. Tend to go sit on the naughty step. Dickhead. Call him waste man. Your dad's a waste man. Anyway, come on, let's talk some boxing now. Where was we anyway? Benavidez. Well, Benavidez versus Yard. That's gone a bit quiet now, isn't it? It's gone a bit quiet. No one's really talking about it. He said 22nd of November. We also got Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. That's coming up in November as well. That's going to be a fight. So they've got some good fights coming up, man. Got some good fights coming up. There's been talks of Teofimo Lopez versus Shakur Stevenson as well. So, yeah, man, there's some good fights coming up soon. When's Sugar Joseph Parker fighting? Fabio Wardley, innit? That's another fight that's coming. Loz D, thank you for showing up to the chat, man. What's going on? Dev going to sleep. Who's Dev? Yeah! Debo Dev, man. Debo Dev going to sleep, man. You get Brian Norman Jr. that left hook, boy. Gonna put Debo Dev to sleep. Yeah, it's in November. The fight's in November. Dave Allen, 11th of October. Oh yeah, versus Makhmudov. Is that a main event as well? Yeah, shout out to Loz, man. Shout out to Loz. Thank you for showing up to chat. Makhmudov versus Allen. Is that the main event? Makhmudov versus Allen. They'll be waking up waking up a week later. You'd be waking up a week later like Jin Sasaki, bro. Like Brian Norman Jr. knocked out Jin Sasaki, and I heard he lost his memory. He lost a week's worth of memory. Imagine that. A week, you get knocked out and you lose a week's worth of memory. He didn't even know he was in there. He thought he was a week left for his training camp. Barker versus Wardley, 25th of October. That's incoming. Allen, better boxer. It was a better. The comedian was a better boxer. Dave Allen, the comedian. Okay, 11th October, and we got 25th. Okay, Park. Okay, 11th October we got Dave Allen versus Makhmudov. 25th of October we've got Parker versus Wardley. 22nd of November, Yard versus Benavides, and somewhere around November we've also got Devin Haney. So I'm getting a bit hot here. Devin Haney versus Brian Norman Jr. Okay, yeah, Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. We got some big fights. Digsby, shout out to you again, putting out there. We got some big fights coming up. Loz, I'm in Turkey again, man. I'm in Turkey again. Turkey, yeah. Got some big fights coming up towards the end of the year. Massive fights towards the end of the year. Chris Eubank Jr. versus Conor Benn. Listen, I'm not really too excited for that fight, you know. I'm not too excited for that fight. Yeah, November's stacked, bro. November's stacked. November's stacked. Yeah, man. Thank you. I'm getting it in, man. Just enjoying the sun, enjoying the nice weather. I'll be back on the 7th of October. Yeah, Roman Castle here. You can't see it properly, but you see the lights? Those lights here, all these lights. Basically, the two lights here is the main castle, and all the little lights going down here is like the castle walls that goes down the mountain. It's a massive mountain there. This whole thing here, I'm going to try and show you. Look, this whole thing here is a mountain, and behind the mountain is the Mediterranean Sea, and there's a castle on top. Yeah, and there's these little lights here, all houses and shops that are underneath it, leading up to the castle. But it's mad. It's nice. It's nice. It's only like €5 to get on a cable car. €5 to get on a cable car to go to the top of the castle. And you can go up, there's loads of sites up there, there's shops up there, there's restaurants up there, and obviously loads of sites to see, loads of history up there. It's nice. Yeah. So, I usually have a list on me, I ain't got a list on me now. Fights, we got here. I think the old Main Road Stadium was built. The old Main Road Stadium was built by the Romans. You know what? My house, where I live in Manchester, I live a 20-minute drive from the Etihad. I live really close to it. I can see the Etihad from where I live. 20-minute drive to the Etihad. Like down one road, Manchester Road, straight to the Etihad. I'm in Alanya, southeast Turkey. Close to the border with Lebanon. Close to the border of Lebanon. Lebanese border. Do you know what, JJ? I'm not too keen on this Chris Eubank and Conor Benn fight, man. I'm not really too keen on it. They had a fight once. Okay, they've had the fight. I'd rather them go away and try and build on their careers and then come back again. I know Chris ain't got much time left, but Conor, man, Conor should be fighting at 147. Conor should be fighting at 147 or 154 now. What's he gonna do? I can see Conor Ben after this Chris Eubank fight. I can see him starting to do some celebrity stuff, going into misfits or fighting some stupid fights like what Tank's doing now. I don't think we're gonna see Conor Ben compete for proper titles. I'm telling you, I don't see it. Main Road was a brilliant ground. In fact, you know what? Up near Manchester, that part of Manchester, there is a lot of Roman roads up there. You know, tell her no trolling or anything. There is a lot of Roman roads around the area where Manchester, the new stadium, is not far from there. Good terror. I'm not interested. I'm not that interested in the fight, man. Eubank versus Ben. When it gets close to the fight, I'll probably obviously watch it, and I'll see a lot of people gonna be hyped up about it, and I might even actually change my mind. But right now, I'm not really excited for it. I'll be honest, I'm not excited. I can see Conor Ben looking for celebrity fights. I can see him looking for celebrity fights, man. Highbury was a brilliant stadium, JJ. Brilliant stadium. Oh, classic. Brilliant stadium. Remember the old clock end? Oh, lovely. They've turned it into luxury flats now. It must cost about £1 million a flat. A couple of £1 million a flat. But the old stadium's still there. The clock end's still there. It's flats now. Loz D. Conor Ben and Eubank Jr. is a load of crap. I'm not that interested in it, man. I'm sorry. I'm not excited for it. I'm just not excited for it. I am not excited for it. As it gets closer, I might get a little bit, you know, as everyone else gets on it, and I might start to feel left out, so I might watch it. But really and truly, I'm just not that hyped for it. Digsby, I seen Golovkin is making a comeback. Has anybody heard of that? What? If Golovkin makes a comeback, that's a good fight for Chris. Because Chris Eubank Jr. don't want to fight for titles now, man. He don't want to fight for nothing. He just wants to fight for money, innit? If Golovkin comes back, where does he fight? Does he fight 168? His last fight was against Canelo, and I'm sure it's at 168 against Canelo. Loz, what do you think of Chunky fighting in bare knuckle, BKFC? Don't like it. Chunky's punch drunk, man. He needs to be careful. Don't like it, man. I think he needs to be careful. He needs to watch his health. He's taken a lot of time out of the sport, out of combat sport, so I don't know if that might help. But again, I remember watching the Chris Eubank fight. I was like, this guy's punch drunk, mate. You don't, gotta be careful, man. You can get hurt. He's a very courageous guy. He thinks a lot of himself. He's very courageous. Yeah. But I think that mentality can get him hurt. He must be skint for real, Lots. Digsby, up the Arsenal. Hey, put. Up the Gunners, mate. Up the Gunners. Yeah, Chunky must be broke, man. Definitely something's going on for him to fight in bare knuckle as well. James the Gale. JJ, James the Gale. Your namesake. Golovkin only fought at 160. I thought that was a strange thing as well. He had never moved up. He came in at 160, stayed at 160, and retired. I think his last fight against Canelo might have been 168 though. But yeah, he just campaigned at 160. Loz, don't be jealous now. Don't be jealous now, Loz. Cheers, Loz. Up the Gooners, mate. Up the Gooners. Then again, what have I got? What's Loz got to be jealous about? His team's won major honours in the last 10 years, and my team's won fuck all. this season Mikel Arteta can bring some glory over to Islington, over to the Emirates. Bring some of the glory days back. It's not our fault, bro. City got no. You know what the thing is, though? I know that's the one. That's the usual one people get in it. But you know what? They're making history, though, man. They're making it, though, innit? In 10, 20 years' time, this will be history. You think Arteta's got to go? Thank you, Loz, man. Thanks, Loz. Thank you, man. I try sometimes. I think Arteta's got to go, JJ. I'll be honest with you, yeah? I'm going to be real honest now, right? I don't watch football that much these days. It's probably because my team don't do very well. It's probably because my team don't do that well. I've been this season, I've said to myself, this season I'm going to try and watch it a bit more, follow it a bit more closely. Because of late, I haven't even been watching it much, but I'm trying to support Arsenal more this season, watch more of the games, follow up. My son kind of like keeps me updated, but I'm gonna start watching myself. Marvelous Marvin only fought at 160 as well. Yeah, my favorite fighter. Yeah, my dad's favorite fighter as well. Yeah, he did. He only fought at 160. It's strange how some people only fight at one weight, and you get people, guys like Mayweather, Crawford, Thomas Hearns, Sugar Ray Leonard, these guys, Shane Mosley, Oscar De La Hoya, these guys go through the weight classes. Like literally through the weight class. James Toney, Roy Jones, these guys just skip through the weight class, and you get some people just bang, stay at one weight class. It's weird, it's crazy, I don't understand it. Can't wait for Brian Norman Juice to smash Devin Haley. Smash Dev all over the place. Debo Dev, man. Do you know what? I don't know if you guys have seen my video. I think my channel's been shadow banned, you know, because I'm only getting like 20, 30 views per video at the moment. I don't know what it is. I think I might have made a video, I might have said something, and now they shadow banned me. So I've got to go into it and find out what's going on. Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are friends. Yep, they buried the hatchet, they shook hands. Ryan Garcia and Devin Haney met each other, they bumped into each other at the Terence Crawford versus Canelo fight, and they shook hands and they embraced, and they hugged. Just like how Deontay Wilder and Tyson Fury, when they first met each other in Saudi, they hugged each other. So Devin Haney and Ryan Garcia are friends. Where does this leave the Devin Haney supporters? Check out my video. Check out my video. Yeah, Hagler was a machine, man. Hagler was a machine. Boy, listen. Still to this day, my favorite fight, if I to sit back and watch a fight on YouTube, it's got to be an exciting fight. You can't sit down and watch a boring fight. If you know the fight's boring, you ain't gonna watch it. But one of my favorite fights, if I want to watch boxing, I want to get hyped up, or if someone's around, one of my friends around, I want to show them something, bruv, I switch on Hagler versus Hearns. That was the best 3 rounds of boxing. It was a fight. It wasn't even boxing, it was just a fight. Best 3 rounds, man. Brutal, bro. Brutal. If you ain't seen it, go and watch it. Thomas the Hitman Hearns versus Marvelous Marvin Hagler. Bruh. Brutal. One of my best fights ever, man. One of my best fights ever. Lost. Not only one outlaw, I've lost 16 subscribers over 2 weeks. Really? That's crazy, man. Why is that? Duran versus Hagler is a great fight too. Do you know what? I haven't seen that fight properly, you know? And I was thinking about watching that fight the other day. I was doing a little read up on something come up on my screen. I was doing a little read up on Roberto Duran. And I haven't seen the film. He's got that film at Hands of Stone in it. Robert De Niro's in it. And I'm like, shit, I've been meaning to watch that film for a while. So when I get off holiday, I'm going to watch it. Or if I can find it somewhere on here, I might watch it while I'm here. But I'm gonna watch that fight as well because I haven't seen that fight properly. The Hagler versus Duran. If it's a good fight, I'm definitely gonna go watch that. Because yeah, I would have thought Duran would have been undersized against Hagler as well. But Duran, boy, fucking hell, what a fighter, bro. What a fighter. Another small man that jumped up the divisions. I forgot to mention him. Another small man that jumped up the divisions and eventually started to compete in weight classes that were like his win against Iran Barkley, bro. No one was expecting that. No, it's the other way around, man. Bigsby. It was Leonard. Leonard beat Hagler. Duran Leonard won. Yeah, Duran Leonard won. Duran beat Leonard in the first fight. Yeah, he beat him in the first fight. And the second fight is a famous no mass. The no mass. Ragamuffin Man versus Donald Curry. Hey, Ragamuffin Man. That's fucking, what's his name? Lloyd Hunnigan. He's about to watch Lloyd Hunnigan versus Don Curry later. Yeah, that's a good fight. And I ain't watched that for years. I ain't watched that fight for years, man. I'm gonna watch some. I started watching old fights lately. I kind of like watching these old fights. A good fight, so. Duran's the greatest living boxer by a country mile. Decent fighter, man. I'm not gonna decent fighter. If you've got him up there, I'm not gonna argue with you. If you've got him up there, fuck knows that a lot of YouTube playing games probably. Yeah, man. YouTube are playing. Do you know what? YouTube's playing a lot of fucking games these days, for real. I'm not even gonna lie. I wish there was a rival platform to YouTube. YouTube needs a rival. That's what they need right now, a proper rival. You know? One time Hagler lost is when he cheated by judges. Yeah, well, I know. My dad thought that Hagler won that fight as well. You know? There are people that believe that Hagler won the fight. There's going to be a lot of people who believe Hagler won the fight. Leonard got it on points. I watched that fight. I watched it when, what was it, 1980? Was it 1980 something? I can't remember what it was. 86, 87? I watched that fight. I have to watch it again as an adult, properly again. With an adult mind. I've got to go and watch it again. I know Hagler lost to Leonard, but he got done by the judges. You starting to sound like my dad, bro. Listen, I'm gonna go watch the fight again. A lot of people, I remember at the time when it happened, a lot of people were mad, furious. I know a lot of people were not happy about that decision. Were not happy at all. A lot of people in my dad's generation and that were not happy about that fight. I thought Hagler won by a couple of points. A lot of people felt that Hagler bossed the fight, and Sugar Ray was just nicking points by running and just like, you know, nicking points. Same. I know what. Same as I got to watch the Larry Holmes versus Spinks fights as well. The two fights. I got to watch them as well. I watched them when I was a kid as well. My dad and my uncles and that, and they were mad. They felt like Larry Holmes won the first fight. So I remember clearly when they were getting mad in the front room, like, what's going on? Robbery! They were screaming robbery. So I gotta go and watch that fight, man. Listen, I'm gonna go on for a couple of more minutes. 5 more minutes till the hour mark. I'm gonna jump off. Got people waving. Got people waving. Anyway, poor old Larry Holmes, most underrated champion. Yeah, Larry Holmes is a decent fighter, bro. Decent fighter. Very underrated. Very underrated. Very underrated. For me, Larry Holmes had the best jab in the business. Yeah, he knew his stuff. He knows his stuff. For me, Larry Holmes had the best jab in the business, man. Go and watch him. You want to learn to jab as a heavyweight? You want to learn to jab? Go and watch Larry Holmes. I'm telling you, man, that guy had an excellent jab. I'll check my WhatsApp. Hang on, I'm gonna get my other phone. 1 minute. Yes. Nice picture. Yay. Nice picture, Loz. Nice picture there, man. When was that? What year was that, man? Leonard's looking young. You looking young in here, Loz. Leonard's looking young. Great bloke, really nice person to talk to. Oh, all right. You know what? Leonard was one of my favorite fighters back in the day. I'm not even gonna lie. He was one of my favorite fighters back in the day. You know? I watched the battles with Thomas Hearns as well. 2008. Ah, wow, that's like going on. It's like 17 years, isn't it? That's like 17 years. JJ, I met Joe Fraser a couple of years before he passed. He's a proper nice guy. Yeah. Yeah. I got a picture of Chris Eubanks Sr. That's who I've met. I've met Derek Chisora a couple of times. Well, not as in met Derek, so I used to work at a nightclub that Derek used to come down to regularly. So I met Derek. I've met Anthony Joshua. Who else? Senior. Chris Senior. Let's see if I can find a picture. Chris Senior. Oh yeah, I can find a picture. I know what it is. (2015). Chris Eubanks Senior, 2015, Mayfair Bar, London, Central London, Mayfair Bar. Central London, Mayfair. Chris is a cool guy as well. You know what? I met Chris that night, and I met Marcel Desailly on the same night as Chris Eubanks Senior. So I met Chris, I saw Chris, and then Chris was chatting. I spoke to him for a little bit. And then he went off. Chris was getting mobbed by loads of people had to talk to him. And I turned around the corner, I see this dude sitting in the corner thinking, that dude looks well familiar. I'm looking, and he's looking, and he looked up and he smiled at me, and I went straight over to me, yo, Marcel, what you saying, my bro? He put his hand, he shook this, me, yo, come we take a picture. I've got the picture somewhere on his phone, but I gotta find it. So I met Marcel Desailly. He was in the same bar, he was in a bar, the Mayfair bar. I'm gonna get something to eat in a sec. Nigel Ben toured Scotland as a DJ. Yeah, he was a DJ. He was a DJ. Yeah, he was on a lot of rumour has it he was on a lot of substances during them times as well. I got a few stories. I don't know if I should say it on this live though. I know a few people used to know him pretty well. Very well. I had a few friends who used to like do the nightclub scene and that. There wasn't all the major clubs in London and stuff like that. And yeah, let's just say Nigel Ben was active. I met Nigel Ben in a nightclub. He was proper flying on disco biscuits. Yes, you see, yes, you see. Listen, I've seen Nigel in a nightclub. I think it was EC1. EC1, I think it was. This was like fucking ages ago, man. Like, must be very early 2000s, maybe 2001. It's flying, bro. He was off his rocker, flying, bro. See it with my own eyes. Also, Shadow. Remember Shadow from the Gladiators? Seeing him out of his nut, mate. Who's Linda? Cricket match? What are you lying about? Oh, Linda Lasardi. The page 3 girl. Linda Lasani stood on my foot at a celebrity match. I was only 13. What did you do? Slap me with her knockers? Did she still have big knockers back then? Bigsby. Yeah, Nigel loved the E. He also loved something else as well. Listen, I'm not gonna say it because I don't want to get in any problems, right? But something else. That's all I'm gonna say. The hard stuff. The hard stuff. I'm not even, listen, I'm not gonna say much more anyway. I'm just gonna leave it at that. I'll leave it at that. Ben was big pals with the Essex boys. They were all, yeah. But he liked a bit of, you know, a bit of the stuff that was popular in the late 1990s, early 2000s, popular on the rave scene. Obviously we had the biscuits. We're not talking about the shovel, we're talking about the other one. The other one, yeah. Yeah, anyway. Linda was in her prime. Yeah, man, yeah, boy. You must have stood up like a ship mast, mate. Then you'd have been about chest height too. Poop, poop. You get motorboated right in there, man. Proper motorboat. Your dad was well proud. Snapback pop. Oh man, you guys are killing me, man. You guys are killing me, man. There's no boxing on tonight. I think you said tonight there's just a bare knuckle, innit? Bare knuckle boxing on tonight. Chunky. I might see if I can get a link to watch it. If I do watch the fight, I will do a reaction video on it. If I watch it, I'll do a reaction video on it. Ketamine, yeah, in the 90s. Ketamine. They used to mix the ketamine though with other stuff, innit? I think they used to mix it with other stuff. Yeah. Digsby. Yeah, man, we always have a laugh, man. We always have my channel, on Loz's channel. You know what I mean? We always have a laugh. Trust me. Yeah. Quickly before I go, Daniel Dubois. What's next for Daniel Dubois? I think Frank Warren says there's gonna be a big fight coming up for him soon. Who's next for him? Also Moses Atuma. Who's next for him? Run through this quickly before I lock off. Moses Atuma, also Daniel Dubois, and Derek Chisora. 50th fight coming up. Who's he going to be facing? There was talk that he'll be facing Atuma, but I doubt that. I don't think Chisora will face Atuma, and definitely not for his last fight as well. Who wants to get flatlined in their last fight? Are you back next week? Okay, hello. I've had a few weeks off from YouTube. I saw your live about a week. It's about, I think about a week ago, 2 weeks ago. I saw your live. Yeah, it's good to take a break sometimes, man. It's good to take a break sometimes and come back with the batteries recharged, like fresh, with a new outlook. Sometimes it's good to take a little time off, you know. But yeah, man, when you come back, Loz, you know what I mean? Everyone's going to be here to listen to what you have to say. Daniel needs some confidence fights, I think. Yeah, throw him a few bums. If Daniel takes a tough fight and gets beat, he's finished. Yeah, mentally. Yeah. I don't know. I think who's his trainer now? He's got rid of. He's got rid of Don Charles, but who's he with now? Who's he with again? Is it not? Is it Sims? Is he with Sims? Is it with Tony Sims? The bums needs to stop ducking first before he starts fighting anyone. Well, Joseph Parker fight's done now. If I was Joseph Parker, I wouldn't fight Dubois. I'd refuse to fight him. Loz lost the 50p for the meter. Joker. 50. You remember saying 50p meters, bro? You put 50p in and get electricity. I remember them. Daniel versus Wilder. I don't think Wilder will take that fight. Wilder's talking about a Francis Ngannou fight right now. Francis Ngannou's won. Andy Ruiz is another fight I think Wilder's looking at. And a fight that Wilder won't take that's on the cards is Gerald Big Baby Miller. He won't take that fight though. He won't take that fight. You don't want to lose to Big Baby Miller, because if he loses to him, it's just like the Tyson Fury one, isn't it? If he loses to him, he feels like he feels shame. He ain't going to fight him. I'd bet on Ngannou as well. I'd bet on Ngannou as well. See, JJ? I got the Andy Joshua run wrong, but I'd still, like you, I'd still bet on Ngannou to beat Wilder. Oh, bandy legs. Dubois versus Zhang. Good fight. That's a good fight. That's a dangerous fight for Daniel, definitely. I think Daniel would ice Wilder, to tell you the truth. I think he'll go in there straight. What icing him in 3 rounds. Daniel would ice him 3 rounds. But Zhang will be a dangerous fight for Daniel. Parker beats Fabio and Brian Norman Jr. beats Devon in space. Yeah. Yeah, I got you. I'm on that one, Loz. I agree with that one. Yeah, I think Dubois will beat. I don't know. Zhang's got a good puncher, man. You got to remember, see Zhang, yeah? He put Parker on the ground. He knocked out. He spun Wilder around. Yeah. He spun Wilder around. He put Parker on the ground, obviously lost the fight. He lost to Ajit Cabello, but he put Cabello on the ground as well. So I think he would knock Daniel down as well. But the thing is, when Daniel gets knocked down, I think his confidence will go. And I think Zhang's confidence will grow. Not that it needs to grow, because I think Zhang's confident anyway. I think if Zhang sees Daniel hurt, he'll pile on the pressure. I think that's a 50-50 fight, to tell you the truth, personally. Zhang could spark sick note clean out. He's a massive unit. Yeah, he's a big puncher, man. For me, I got Zhang as the biggest puncher in the division. He's proved it. Put Parker on the ground. Joshua couldn't put Parker on the ground. He put Parker on the ground. I mean, Parker's been on the canvas before. Cabello, he put Cabello to the canvas. He spun Wilder around. Heavyweight boogeyman. Seems to be at the moment. He seems to be at the moment. Seems like he's messed up Turkey's plans, isn't it? You know what I mean? Before I go, what's going on with American boxing, man? What is going on with American boxing and what's going on with the American fan base? It's a fucking shit show over there. If it wasn't for guys like David Benavidez and Terence Crawford, or I should say that the other way around, if it weren't for guys like Terence Crawford and David Benavidez, American boxing would be in a fucking bad place right now. Got Bam Rodriguez as well. Okay, them 3. American boxing would be in a bad place right now if it weren't for them 3, man. Really. Anyway, if you haven't smashed the like button, please do so. I appreciate it. Shout out to everybody that showed up in the chat. You need to bring back Don King. Yes, I don't know what's going on, man. I don't know what's going on. Is Bruce still in the chat? I think he might have gone now. I was supposed to ask him something, but I forgot. I might have to jump over to his channel when he goes live. I need to ask him something. Yeah, Don King always put on good fights, man. Yeah, he always put on good. Bruce, yes, Bruce. Bruce, I'm ask you something quickly. I know you got I don't know how to say this, man. You get Tim Witherspoon over to your channel a lot, yeah? I'm wondering, you get the Ring magazine and all that, and you've had all these Riyadh cards and all that, and they bring over the old champions and that. I'm thinking, what? Have they invited Tim Witherspoon over to Riyadh season? Because, correct me if I'm wrong, he's a former champion, former heavyweight champion. Have they not invited him over? Are they overlooking him? Are they blackballing him or something? Why is Tim Witherspoon, terrible Tim? I don't know, man. I just think he's being overlooked. When I was growing up, I knew he was a heavyweight champion. Bruce, yeah. They invited him to the first one, okay. A fried chicken and couldn't make it. And he thinks they're pissed at him. I often thought that, because I know he comes to your channel and that, Bruce. And I watched some of the lives that you got with him and that. And I kept thinking to myself, how comes they ain't invited him over, man? What's going on? I was almost gonna make a video about it. I thought, no, let me talk to Bruce first before I make a video. I'm like, what's going on here, man? Anyway, you've cleared that up for me, man. You've cleared it up for me. Bruce, one more thing, man. You know your tincture, your famous tincture. What do you make it out of? What type of alcohol do you use? Do you use do you use ethanol, food grade ethanol to make the tincture? All the other guys say he should have sucked it up, taken a couple of pills, and went. Yeah, they're nearly really burnt. Yeah, listen. It depends how bad the burns are. If the burns are really bad, then I can understand why he didn't go. Maybe you should have told them and said, look, I want to come, but my hand's badly burnt. If you can help me with the treatment, or if there's available treatment to further my treatment, because I burnt my hand, I'll still come, but I need to get, I don't know. Maybe they could have done something like that. I use 190 proof ethanol alcohol. Yes, you can buy it under the brand name Everclear. I've heard of that, but I don't know if they sell that in the UK. Everclear. I'm not sure if it's sold in the UK. I mean, I'm in Turkey now. I'd buy some here if I could get it, but I don't know if I can. But in the UK, I'm not sure where I can get it from. I have to do some research. Yeah, fat burns can be really bad. They are. Listen, a friend of mine, when we was about 11 years old, he had 90% burns all over his body. 90% burns all over his body. It was real bad. Trust me, I know. Burns bad. Burns are bad. I know. People might think, oh, it's just a burn. Get a first degree, second degree burn. You don't want to be going nowhere, bro. That can get infected. For real. That's bad, man. I'm hoping they could, I don't know. I hope he gets another re-invite over there or something, man. Yeah. All right then, people. Thank you very much. 75 minutes in. I appreciate everyone who showed up to the chat. Yeah. Bruce Gas Boxing Jazz and more. Thank you for showing up to the chat. JJ, thank you once again for showing up to the chat. Digsby's Dinner. Thank you for showing up to the chat. Who else we got up here? Loz D Punch Out TV. Thank you for showing up to the chat. Shout out to Turkish Massive, man. Shout out to Turkey. Shout out to Alanya, where I'm at the moment. And See if there's anyone. I don't want to miss nobody. Seeing a couple of guys that have been commenting. If you ain't smash the like button, please do so. I think I've got everybody, man. Yeah. Anyway, thank you for showing up to chat. I appreciate that, man. People, I'm gonna go downstairs and get myself another drink. Save, enough said. Bye.